Professor Shankar sir and Kalpana ma'am, who has joined or will be joining, and Vinayak Murthy, who coordinated, and Emisha Shamin, Pure Health, and Yatin from Vital Strategies, and all the officials, and also the officials from NCDC and the other participants and officials from NCRC. It's a great pleasure. See, in fact, our role is very, very limited here. You are all come out with a passionate idea of doing something bigger, which is absolutely needed, because I feel these are the areas where the poor people, the innocent peoples are getting affected without knowing what is happening in the environment. They are getting affected. You've taken a big lead in this, and our role as a government, we are always ready to give the necessary assistance in the ground level. Say, in fact, that may not be a big thing for us, but once you are giving you a platform for you to reach the community, many things can be done. See, that is why this type of collaborations between various NGOs and the academic body definitely give you a very good results. See, because you're already passionate about it, you know much about it. We only create a platform for you to reach. That's all. And why I am very particular about is that though with around 18% of the population in India, most of the problem, not only this blood and other lead and your environmental problem, most of the problems, the burdens we are facing. And this particular lead, we all know it is about your affecting your neural development issues. See, unless and otherwise we could able to pick them early, do some intervention, it's not only going to affect that particular individual, their family, the society, community, the entire country. See, after all, the productivity of the individual is lost, and it's going to become a big burden. And it's very unfortunate that these exposures are happening without their intention, without their knowledge. And we, little bit of knowledge about this, it's our moral responsibility to prevent it. That is why our role is here. So I once again appreciate the team of Vital Strategies and the Pure Health for taking this initiative, though it may not be a big visible for them today, but the impact which you are going to create in future is a really good one. And this particular study, definitely you will be discussing all those findings in detail. So though done in a 7 day 6, see the worrying factor is that almost 40% of the children has already have a raised level of blood in the lead in the blood, which is more than the prescribed by the WHO. 40%. So almost 30% of the pregnant women are already having the challenge. See, again, the problem is that these are not only higher level, they absorb more, the impact is also more. So compared to an adult who will have an impact on this raised lead, the children will have a more impact, and it's going to affect the entire life. So this study and other 2 3 things which strike me immediately is that, so when we were talking about lead during our studies, it's mostly gasoline, petrol. So lead petrol, unleaded petrol. So now it is entirely replaced. And the quality of paint which we used to discuss, it has come down manufacturing level. But the real problem is that the small toys which that innocent kids buy in the local may not follow the real standards. Those kids innocently they get affected. So this is the things which we need to prevent as a moral citizen. So how to prevent it? See, and this type of communication should not stay within the walls of the academia. See how we are going to reach this type of information to the parent, family, friends, society, and ultimately the policymakers and the industry. See, everyone wants to run a profit business, that's not an issue. But how we can enable them to give another safe alternative is our ultimate aim. And this particular study not only measured the blood levels of lead, but also they could do a study on how the immediate environment in which the child and mother is living has got an impact on it. So this is the real eye opener for us. The few interesting finding is that almost 25% of the pregnant women who use the cosmetics which we are routinely using it are being the source of lead. Around 20% of the children who just like that they start using the small toys are getting exposed to it. So these are the big problems. See, we assume that it is not with us. The small lipstick, the cosmetics, the talcum powder, the jewelry which we use are the source of the lead. See, how exactly to prevent it? How exactly to minimize the impact, or at least to prevent the at the initial level? Could be a smaller intervention, but when we want to communicate to the community who are the ultimate beneficiaries, we should have a scientific backup. That science is what you people are trying to give us now. Once you give this, we can convert this into a meaningful, actionable intervention or information to everyone, including the children, parents, family. Things will happen. So this is what, as an implementer, as a government, we are more interested in it. And other two, three things, in fact, I was discussing with Shankar sir while sitting down. There's a huge district variation. See, we followed this not only in this particular study, but most of the studies, we have a district variations. So, if you're able to go a little deeper into this, we can understand why it is happening, which age group is happening, and what could be the probable source of we call it infection or exposure at the time. See, this will be very clear for us to enable the intervention. We'll be very clear on which districts, which age group, what type of intervention we can need to do it. It's possible only with this type of scientific study. This gives a very clear information. We should thank you very much for it. And another good part which I understand is that you use your point of care device. See, for measuring this, the point of care device is which gives the most immediate results, and also the acceptability is very high when you use a point of care device. That's another good thing which I should appreciate it. And my plan or the government plan is that it should be an automated surveillance mechanism in future. See, now with all your IT, we know what is emerging from this inert chair or table. So when you're able to give this type of information, which is directly depend on the environment. See, what and all we discuss ultimately percolate into the earth. It's coming back to us either through a water or a food. So if you're able to get this type of basic information through a surveillance mechanism, what is continuously happening, we can able to do a big intervention. This is one area which we all should focus it. And second area is that what we technically call as an attributable risk. See, we all say that this is giving to this problem, but this problem has got so many other causes also. See, the neural development, it's not only one cause. There are thousands causes for this neural development problems in a children. But what extent this particular lead exposure is attributing this neural development is the bigger issue, which we need to find out in the research. See, unless and otherwise you arrive this particular portion, which is responsible for your mortality and morbidity, policy makers will not get into this. Now, this is where the crunch of the information which we should provide. See, otherwise everyone will say everything is because of this and that. But this impact which you are going to create in the society because of the smaller intervention, which we call as an attributable factor, if you are able to measure it, definitely we can have an immediate intervention and more societies benefited. This is where the role of your academia and all the NGOs are interested. I thank once again for the opportunity given, and I special thanks to our Kalpana ma'am and all the NCD officials and other people who joined. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.